Good afternoon, emotional confidence for women. It is nice to join you again today. First full week back for me after my amazing family holiday, which I'm still going through photos last night, and I'm just in absolute awe over the things that we were fortunate enough to see and experience. It's such a special thing. And if you don't have something planned for yourself in 2017, can I just encourage you, even if it's just a weekend away, plan a weekend somewhere in 27 to go to a place that you've not been to before and allow yourself to just experience it for what it is, because it really it refreshes us, it revitalizes us, and it allows us to really start to see things clearer, I suppose. So that's what I did yesterday. It was a really lovely day. What I wanted to talk to you today, though, about is becoming aware of what you're saying to yourself in regards to the stories about how 2017 is going to turn out for you. I've seen a lot of posts rotating around Facebook the last couple of weeks about how shit 2016's been and how great 2017 is going to be, but there's always a but. And it's the but that, as a female, is going to continue to pull you down. So there's a few things, or a couple of things, that I sort of wanted to cover very quickly about this. Firstly, if you were stuck in the mentality that 2016 was a really bad year for you, and I know that for some of you, for all of us, we've had challenges in 2016, just like we had challenges in 2015. And at the end of 2015, the same posts were going around. It's been such a hard year. I can't wait for 2016. It's going to be so great, because 2015 was so shit. And then 2016 happened, and those same people that complained about 2015 are doing the exact same thing about 2016, saying it's been a really bad year, and you know, they're looking forward to 2017. But the kicker is, the people who are whinging about 2016 are not actually planning on changing anything for 2017. And if there is something that happened in your life during the last 12 months that you're unhappy about, then the only person that is going to be able to change the situation to avoid it or to try and deter it from happening into 2017 is you. And the best way to do that is to actually become aware of what you're actually saying to yourself in those moments. So even as I reflect on my own year through 2016, I had some very surprising and very challenging moments that really knocked me off my perch and forced me to reconsider where I was at, what I wanted to do, and how I as a person wanted to evolve and grow from those situations. And I could look at that time and go, it really made for a really shitty 2016, or I can look at it and go, okay, well, yeah, it was tough, it was challenging, but what did I learn from those instances? What did I gain from those instances? And in that instance where my world was completely rocked, one thing that I learned about myself is that I'm a hell of a lot stronger than I gave myself credit for in the past. So rather than dwelling on the negative things that have happened in 2016, analyze them from a more male kind of perspective. And by that, I mean analyze it from a more logical point of view. What happened to you in 2016? What can you learn from that? How can you grow from that? And what strengths can you take from that to take into 2017? And then start to look at the areas of life that have been repeating themselves for you, whether it's every month or even every year. If there is a negative cycle that you are able to recognize as something that is continually coming up for you year after year, then the only person that can break that cycle is going to be you. So, and I know I've spoken in the past about this, but I'll just rehash your memory, because I know we've also had quite a lot of new members join us over the last couple of weeks. So to all of you, thank you for joining us. And if you've heard this message before, then I hope you hear it now with a different set of ears and actually do something with it. As a female, your female brain is going to attach the emotions of anything that you are thinking or saying to yourself. The emotions are going to be connected to it. Now, these emotions can be great, positive, happy emotions, but chances are the stories that you're telling yourself are actually being fueled by negative emotions. So when you're thinking about how shit your 2016's been, you're not feeding those memories with strength and courage and excitement and joy and gratitude. You're filling them with anger and frustration and resentment and stress and anxiety and anything else that those stories represent to you in that moment. So in order for you to break away from that, you need to firstly identify what it is that you're actually saying to yourself and what those thoughts are causing you to feel. And when you become aware of those negative patterns, when you can see you know, whether it's the last couple of years you've had similar situations happen, or whether it's the last couple of months you have similar situations happen. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself in those moments, and then also how you're feeling as a result of those stories. And the moment that you can do that, the moment you become crystal clear on the stories that you are repeating in your head, then you start to alleviate, no, that's not the right word, elevate yourself to possible choice and change. Now, I know that in life, some situations happen that we have no preparation for. People get sick, people pass away, relationships break down, things can knock us blind because we've not prepared for them. And in those instances, it's very hard for us to say, well, what choice did I have? You know, I couldn't help that so-and-so got sick, and I certainly couldn't help that, you know, my father passed away, or that my grandfather passed away, or that my auntie got really sick. That's not a choice that I can make. It's not a choice I can change. And you're absolutely right. There are external factors in this world that we can't change. There are external things that are going to happen to us likely every day that we can't directly change the end outcome from. However, we can change how long we choose to internalize how we're feeling as a result of the situation. We can choose to change how long we hang on to the stories, how long we allow those stories to replay in our heads, and we can certainly choose to move beyond them when we've felt that we've had enough of it. And traditional ways of dealing with emotional problems, traditional ways of dealing with emotional blocks tell us that it takes a long period of time to be able to move through problems, move through shit. And girls, it's not true. If there is something that is happening in your life that is making you feel like shit, once you have recognized it, once you've addressed it and acknowledged that, yes, this is a problem for you, and you make that decision to let it go, then it can be addressed in a very, very short period of time. It's just a matter of knowing how to do it in a way that works with what makes you unique. And that is the special blend of your brain and your hormones, and how the whole lot of it jumble together to really fuel those stories. The second you decide to do something about it is the second we can actually start to move you beyond the problem being a problem for you. So as 2016 starts to wrap up, and I know for a lot of people, they're already getting into holiday mode. You know, we've got some kids are already on holidays. For my kids, we've only got a week left of school. So everything is starting to wrap up in terms of kids and families. We're starting to prepare for Christmas. As all of this starts to happen, spend some time reflecting on your own thoughts in regards to how you feel 2016 was for you, and what shit you want to drag into 2017. And if there's stuff there that you know you just don't want to repeat in 2017, if there's stuff there that you know you deserve better than what you're experiencing, then consider maybe making 2017 the year that you actually grow beyond those current limitations. And whether it's working with me in an emotional detox program, or whether it's working with someone else who just gets you and who you get them, because that relationship is so important. You need to be able to trust the person that you're working with. If you can find someone that you can connect with and trust to move you through whatever challenge it is that you're going through, then give yourself permission to do exactly that in 2017. And I promise you, this time next year, when you've given everything you've got to change the patterns that are not serving you, then I can promise you that at the end of 2017, you can at least look back on it and go, well, there were some bad moments and there were some really freaking awesome moments there too. But the thing that I appreciate more than anything is that I grew through 2017, and now I'm setting myself up for an even better year in 2018, or whatever it might be. So you, my darling friend, are the driver of your life. And if there's something that's not working for you, then you and only you are going to be able to change it. So there's my thoughts for today. I'm about to run into an appointment with a client, so I'd best be off. But thank you for joining me, and I will check in with you again tomorrow. Mwah. See you, girls.